Hey, yo, Mina. My name is Koe, and today I'm gonna make a video for my new friend that I found in the comments section on one of my favorite YouTubers' channels, Peter Monn, and their name is Nita, and it was so nice to meet you, Nita, and I really loved your suggestions that you left, so I wanted to make a little mukbang video for you, talking about my thoughts on this latest series that you suggested called, oh, sorry, it's called Evil Genius. And it was so intense, so crazy, so sad. The people involved were just all batshit insane. It was a wild ride. And I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I thought, like, while I was watching it, and like the misconceptions I had, and like I was just really surprised at the, conclusion that they made and everything, and um, how long it took to make that conclusion. It was just ridiculous how long the investigation took, and why did it take, Barnes coming forward later on, and to talking about everything and confessing. Why did it take that long? Because there were so many signs that I want to talk about with you. So today I've got some shrimp pad thai. I love me some Thai noodles because you said you wanted a noodle dish. So I got some shrimp Thai food. Looks really good. I'm really, really hungry, so it's got egg, green onion, shrimpies, big old shrimpies, and bean sprouts, and whatever magical sauce that they make to make it taste amazing, which I could learn. I wish I could learn how to do. Oh my goodness, it tastes so good. Okay, so I have so many thoughts. So many thoughts. I also have my cherry coke. Hold on. Let me crack this open. Get yourself your drink, girl. Because we're about to talk about some tea. Okay. I have so many thoughts. Really good. I don't know how to describe the flavor because it's nutty, salty, the shrimp is fresh when it doesn't taste fishy. It's really good. Okay. Okay, number one. They start off by showing us Brian Wells, this victim, walking into a bank with a cane gun and a bomb strapped underneath a shirt to a bank. And he gets like $5,000 or $8,000 or something from the bank teller, and he walks out of there. He gets in his car, managed to get through half the way through the parking lot before he gets pulled over by the police. Now, that makes me feel like, I don't think that Brian Wells thought that that bomb was actually real. I think maybe um, Barnes was right about like Marge and like um, Bill saying to Brian Wells that the bomb was probably fake. You know, I don't know that Barnes knew it was fake. I don't think that Barnes thought it was fake. I think he said that to cover his ass. But I don't know if it just seemed like Brian didn't understand the gravity of like the fact that it might have been an actual bomb until it actually started like beeping at the last second, you know? And it was really just it's sad to think that, you know, and cuz like of how slow he was moving and stuff, like I feel like if it had been if they had told him it was an actual bomb, I would have probably freaked out and just gone to the police station and like had them take it off, right? But like I'm thinking that Marge probably like said, "I'm gonna blow your head off if you don't do this. You know, it's a fake bomb, but best believe it, we're gonna come get you. You know, if you don't do it or something. You know, like I don't know. People react differently though with trauma response, so you know, I shouldn't speculate, especially for the family's sake. You know, like what happened. You know, that's probably not good. But like it just makes me wonder, you know, like what did they say to him? And I really don't think they claimed. Marge said, "Oh yeah, he was involved beforehand," and I'm like, and then she slips up by saying, "I didn't even know the guy." In the same exact like conversation, like within the same exact sentence almost. So I don't believe. I think, and she kept on saying how she was trying to avoid the death penalty, or you can't avoid the death penalty if you say that you were a co-conspirator in murder or something. You know, like she knows the law, so she didn't want to admit to killing Brian Wells. You know, she didn't want to admit to willfully, you know, being involved or whatnot. And so like also, why were there no paramedics? That was a great question from the fucking family. Like why were there no paramedics for that, for Brian Wells? You know, like even if it was assumed that it was a fake bomb, because it seemed like the cops were kind of just taking it as a fake call. Like, yeah, they had the bomb squad heading out there, but there were no paramedics. There was no. It didn't even seem like there was any fire department around. You know, it's like, and they just had cops training their guns on him, and he was sitting next to a patrol. He was sitting against a patrol vehicle, which could potentially blow up the patrol vehicle. Like it was just terribly handled. It was appalling how bad they handled that situation. The poor guy, and it's really sad because they probably, because like he only had so much time. Number one, fucking uh Bill Bill the what's his last name, you know, Bill frickin' didn't take into account, Bill did not take into account the amount of time that it would take for Brian Wells to get to the bank and back to the rendezvous point that he set up. Like I don't understand why he made it such a short time limit in the first place. And he expected him to be alive. Like, because he showed up, Bill showed up at the rendezvous point in his green van, and then waited a while, and then realized that he wasn't coming and backed off and bolted the other way so the police couldn't catch him. And I'm like, are you an idiot? Like, he talks like he's the smartest guy in the world, and he makes unremovable bomb on somebody's neck. Like, it was such a difficult lock as well. There was 3 locks on it, and the bomb squad said that even he would not have been able to physically get the 2 keys in time because they were like in different locations and shit. Like, it was just the dumbest, smartest thing that girl, I don't even know. It was just so stupid. And I wonder, why did Bill rat himself out, essentially? Like, he didn't get caught while he was alive, but he essentially what's so stupid is he wrote letters. He said, did you get my letter? Did you find the letters I left when the police were investigating his house? And he said, they were like, yeah, what are those about? And he said, yeah, there's 3 pages. Number 1, that's a dead giveaway. Because the killer left like 7 pages of instructions that were just jarbled. And then he said, yeah, and the first thing it said on the paper was, this is not related to the Wells case. Incriminating himself out of the blue. Why would he say that if he had no involvement with the Wells case in the first place? Why would he even know about the Wells case? You know, like, in regards to the dead body that was in his was in his freezer. And at first I was like, okay, you know, they really made you think that the 2 cases were unrelated during the documentary. And I was like, okay, I don't think that Marge did it by herself. I don't think she killed her boyfriend by herself because Bill was so obsessed with her, you know. And I think, like, what it, you know, she wouldn't have been able to lift a body into a freezer anyway. And why did Bill take it from her house to his house? And he was talking about all these different things that he did for her, like, you know, cleaning up and like buying all these things, buying a meat grinder, buying, like, you know, like, it was just unfathomable how the police, like, could not tie him together with the Wells case for me, or, you know, or with that murder in specific, with her boyfriend's murder. I don't know why they just were like, oh yeah, we totally believe you, Bill. Like, you know, you would never help her kill her boyfriend. He was obsessed with her. Of course he would, you know? Like, I bet Marge, you know, had an argument with her boyfriend, and she got pissed at him, took a shotgun to his face and blew his face off. Then Bill was like, oh yeah, let me help you. Or she's like, I'm gonna have a panic attack if I don't, you know, figure out what to do with his body or something. And she made Bill do it or something. And I think either Bill had enough of the psychological, like, trauma that Marge was inflicting on him. I think Marge probably got a little bit crazy after the heist or something. I think they had a falling out of sorts or something. But what's funny is, like, after she went to prison, Bill got so, like, they said that he got bitter and angry and, like, hateful, like, for the rest of his life. and then he just slowly withered away from cancer. Karma's a bitch. And you know what's funny? Barnes slipped up and said that, like in the initial interview, he said that Wells was waiting to get paid for the pizza. Like, the cop asked, why would Wells be waiting to get paid for the pizza if he was part of the heist? So they slipped up again. They can't keep their story straight, which shows that they're lying, There's dirty, dirty people. But yeah, that was just a really sad story about some really psychotic people. Oh, man. Are you enjoying your dinner? Sorry, I'll try not to be like Nikocado Avocado. Nita, have you noticed? I want to talk to you about Peter Monn a little bit. Do you notice how some people say that he's biased towards, Trisha Paytas or Shane Dawson or Jeffree Star and stuff like that? What I think that people are missing is that we grew up with them. When YouTube started, they were the OG YouTubers that we all started watching at our age. Like, the people who are just starting to watch YouTube now, I feel like they don't see the fact that we all started watching Shane Dawson, and I don't know about you, but like, the way I found YouTubers back in the day when it first started was the homepage. I clicked on whatever was trending, and Shane Dawson, the first YouTuber I ever clicked on was Destry Smith, which is associated with Shane Dawson, if you know him. And then after getting into Destry, I saw Shane Dawson trending on the homepage. Later, a few years later, I started watching Shane Dawson in about 2008. Then I saw PewDiePie trending on the homepage in 2011 or something. So it's kind of just a progression of like trending YouTubers, I feel like. And when you watch one YouTuber, they link you to another. So if you started watching Shane Dawson, he led you to Trisha Paytas because he did Trisha Paytas collabs. If you started watching Destry Smith, you probably went to Shane Dawson because he started doing Shane Dawson's What the Fuck News. Then, if you watched Trisha Paytas, you started watching Jason Nash because they dated. Then, if you watched Jason Nash, you started watching the Vlog Squad. So that was my natural progression of stuff. So I think people need to kind of lighten up when they say that Peter is just so biased toward these people, but I think we're just emotionally invested in them because we've been watching them for years and years and years, and we want them to be better people as we have become. We want them to grow with us, because we're aging alongside them. I'm literally the same age as PewDiePie and Shane Dawson. It's like you want them to be better people for you, so that you can enjoy watching them and they don't feel like this, you're not, supporting this sad cause or something, or you're not just filling their pockets with more money so that they can be more selfish and self-centered, So I think Peter just really cares about them, and he really loves them, and he wants them to be happy. And, I think that's absolutely admirable. And I think, fuck all the haters who are saying, oh, you're biased to House. I kind of like how Rich Lux has this little, uh, oh, you're biased to House. I like how he has his little, he just makes fun of all the haters, and he's just like always making fun of how people are saying he's biased and stuff like that, but just you do you, if you like, if you like that person and you want them to be better, it's okay to continue to watch their content, I mean, maybe don't line their pockets with tons and tons of money from buying their merch, but which he's not, which Peter isn't, so it's like, I don't see any harm in it, I want to know your thoughts on that, Nita. It's just kind of interesting to me. And, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed my mukbang, and I hope you enjoyed your dinner as well. And thank you so very, very, very much for those suggestions. And I look forward to seeing some more suggestions from you in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and polish this up and maybe make some more chainmail jewelry. All right. You have an awesome night, Nita. Bye.